Hello everybody, what's up world? This is your boy Mr. Cherrypie, and I'm here giving you guys another video. But first, before I get started, do you guys know what today's date is? In case you didn't know, it's July 11th and it is Little Kim's birthday. The Queen Bee, the Black Erica Kane, Big Mama, Miss Gold, the Dundada of female rap. It is her birthday, so I want to send a shout out to Lil Kim. She's my favorite artist in the world, next to Michael Jackson and Beyonce. So I just had to send you some B-Day love, Kim. I hope wherever you are today, you're enjoying your birthday, and you are still and will always be the greatest female rapper. So sending you some birthday love from your boy Mr. Cherrypie. So, I'm here to talk about some celebrity juice today. I'm here to talk about a few different things. We're going to talk about Rihanna. We're going to talk about Lil Wayne. We're going to talk about my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which is a hot-ass mess. So, we got a lot to get into. So, we might as well just jump right into it. Chad Ochocinco and Evelyn Mendoza just got married over the weekend. In case you guys didn't know, they had a big lavish ceremony in Miami. Evelyn wore this Italian lace beautiful gown, and Chad Ochocinco had a beautiful tuxedo on. He looked great until you got to his feet. That's when it got very, how you doing, Chad? He had on a pair of gold $6,000 fairy dust embroidered custom-made Christian Louboutin shoes that was screaming, how you doing? My gaydar went off, man. Like, you know, I love red bottoms. I love Giuseppe's. I love, you know, men's fashion. But, you know, no straight dude I know is rocking these particular gold Louboutin shoes. They were from the Runway collection, and it was very gay. So if you saw these shoes, and if you haven't, go to MediaTakeout.com and check it out, because the shoes is screaming, how you doing, Chad? How you doing? And they filmed the show for their reality show that's coming in September. It's called Evelyn and Chad Get Married. They have their own spin-off show on VH1. So, you know, let's just see how long these two stay together. The next thing I want to talk about is Miss Rihanna Fenty. Rihanna's going through some money troubles, guys. It's, you know, it's been reported for a while now that Rihanna was not in the best financial shape in her career right now. You know, Rihanna's had #1 singles, platinum selling albums, endorsement deals. You would think that she is shitting money, but apparently she's not. She's suing her former accounting firm, Barden LLP. They actually had Rihanna in this crazy-ass contract where they were pocketing 22% of the revenue from her tours when she was getting 6%. So I don't know what kind of contract or what kind of deal they had her in, but they were getting tens of millions of dollars off of Miss Rihanna Fenty. I don't know who set her up with this deal, but they said apparently she hired this accounting firm back in 2005 when she did her first album. And she was 15 at the time. And these people got her into this deal where ever since her first album, they've been getting all of this money from her. And they said that her 2009 tour, The Last Girl on Earth, made about $60 million. So Rihanna only got 60% of $6 million. So you people aren't dumb. You know, 60% of $6 million, that's not a lot of money. And she just fired them in the spring of 2010, and they said her fortunes have already turned because her last tour, the Loud tour from her last album, had turned around to where, you know, it turned Rihanna's fortunes around. Basically, she made 40% of the tour gross, which is what she originally was supposed to get. And I don't know how she has guys like Jay-Z and Kanye West around her, and they were letting her be in this crazy-ass contract with these people. But I'm sure Riri will bounce back, and if she can't, you know, she's popping that pussy around. You know, she's been, you know, messing with everybody from Ashton Kutcher to Chris Brown. Her and Drake was just getting it in. You know, Chris Brown and Drake just had that huge fight over Rihanna. So I'm sure she won't have any problem landing on her back and getting on a pile of money. But hopefully, Riri, this is a lesson for you, sweetie, and you'll get your financial endeavors in order, because you're talented and you're beautiful and you're smart and you're a whore, so you'll bounce back. Now on to the trash, which is Love and Hip Hop. Everybody's favorite guilty pleasure. Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta is more ratchet and more insane than the original Love and Hip Hop, starring Chrissy and Jim Jones. This show is just crazy. I've been watching it from start to finish. I haven't made a video for it because I've been kind of busy, but now I have time. And let's just start with this last episode that just came on. where we have Stevie J taking Jocelyn, the Jamaican quote-unquote Puerto Rican rapper slash woman slash transsexual. Jocelyn is a little bit of everything. He took her to get an abortion on the first episode, and she was laid up in bed like, do you love me, Stevie? I have to take these antibiotics and painkillers, and you don't care about me, Stevie. I think Jocelyn is insane. She said her only option if Stevie J leaves her is to go back to the strip club, which I'm like, girl, it's McDonald's, junior college, nursing school. You could work at a retail store, a boutique, maybe start your own business, prostitution service. Why back to the strip club? It baffled me that she said that. And she had these little tiny thin braids in her hair looking like Beyonce from The Writings on the Wall going wrong. It was just all wrong. I just don't know. Then Mimi, which is Stevie J's baby mom that he's been with for 5 years, and she thinks that Stevie's going to marry her. She's cursing Stevie out. She sounds like a broken record every episode. Oh, Stevie, you with that bitch? You got that bitch pregnant? I'm so tired of you with Jocelyn, and no, we can't be together. But you ain't did nothing about it. You ain't checked his ass properly. I just think Mimi's a weak woman. She makes Emily B look like super strong, because at least Fabulous's jump-offs were just that, jump-offs that were somewhere else. On this show, the bitch is right in her face, telling her she pregnant, and he carrying around her pregnancy test, Mimi, and you sitting here talking about, oh, I hope you two have a nice life together, and oh, I just can't deal with this. It was crazy. But hey, I mean, I guess that's what you get when you're dealing with Stevie J, who seems like an in-the-closet queen. He was famous for dating Eve, who I think she left him because she heard gay rumors, if I'm not sure, and he was a producer with Bad Boy 20 years ago. He looks like a child molester to me. He looks real creepy. I get a bad vibe when I see Stevie J on screen. He looks very shady and conniving. I don't like him at all. So, moving on to other people on the show, because the show revolves around Jocelyn, Mimi, and Stevie's love triangle. We had Erica and Lil Scrappy's relationship, and Scrappy's crazy-ass mom, who makes Mama Jones, and Keisha Cole's mother looks like Saints, because she is apparently some gangster ex-pimp from the South, and she up there talking to him, telling him to go check Stevie J for calling Erica a bitch. Erica's Scrappy's baby mom, and she got into it with Stevie J on a previous episode. And he called her a bitch, and she told Scrappy, who's her baby father. And you know, men is going to defend their women. That's what they're supposed to do. A man's supposed to be a protector. And Scrappy told his mom, and she said, you go check him. You go check him right now. You let him know you the prince of the South. I was floored at Scrappy's mom and her buffoonery and niggerism, but she has a weave bang with no part. It looks like a wig. I don't know. Scrappy's mom looked like a gangster Marilyn McCoo. And if y'all knew Marilyn McCoo, she was the singer and the host of Solid Gold from the 80s. So, on another note on the show, I'm just getting beside myself because I'm just so caught up in this foolishness. Another note on the show, one of my favorites on Love and Hip Hop is DJ Rashida. She's the female rapper, her and her husband. I love their marriage, and I love the fact that they show that black love can be real and sane, and it doesn't have to be a lot of buffoonery, and they look like they really genuinely love each other. So I love DJ Rashida and her husband and their relationship, and she cooked him a dinner because she acted a fool on a previous episode where she shot a video and she came late and she was cursing him out and seemed like she was peeing, messing, and being a bitch, and she made it up to her husband. So I like DJ Rashida and her husband. Shout out to black love, that it can be real. What else went on the show? K. Michelle, the R&B singer, had a meeting with a producer and a potential manager, and he's basically telling her the same thing that Olivia was told. I guess she's the Olivia of Love and Hip Hop, that baby girl, your career was then, you might be a has-been, you the girl trying to get in VIP that used to be a somebody, your music ain't really popping. So to me it seems like she's the Olivia of the Love and Hip Hop arena. Okay, back to the foolishness. Stevie J and Jocelyn. So Jocelyn was at a dance studio taking some dance lessons, and Stevie J pops up, and she's all saying she's still in love with him after he played her and made her get an abortion, and she's the sideline chick. And he tells her to dance for him, and she dances, and it's just like, what the fuck was that? It wasn't no Beyonce or no Ciara dancing at all. It wasn't no choreograph. It looked like she was on a pole down there in Magic City about to climb up and slide back down, and her ass is the fakest ass in the world. If anybody tells me they think Jocelyn's ass is real from Love and Hip Hop, you are smoking dope. That shit don't move, that shit don't pop, it don't have no bounce on it, you can't smack it. It's just an ass that looks like it's lard, there's cement in it. I just don't get it. And little Scrappy is shacking up with Bucky from Charm School and Flavor of Love, you know, Flavor of Love, Flavor Flav show, and she's on there naked in a bikini. You could tell like she probably need 15 more minutes of fame, or she doing real bad, because she was naked the whole entire scene that they had her on there. Shay Bucky Johnson, she has a nice ass, nice body, but she was just naked, and you could just tell that girl don't have nothing else going for herself but that. So Scrappy's saying that he wants to be with his baby mom, but he's shacking up with Bucky and rubbing lotion and feeling all over her assets and all kinds of shit. I'm like, wow, this is how it really goes down in the South. And moving forward from that, Scrappy and Erica go to confront Stevie J. They go to his studio and they wait for him to come out. They wait for him and Jocelyn to come out. And Scrappy confronts Stevie J about calling Erica a bitch. And Stevie J apologized, and Scrappy had to be hood nigga he is. He don't want to hear it, and he starts snapping out and wanting to put paws on him, and they get into a big argument. And Jocelyn's clueless ass thinks that Erica and Stevie J were messing around, so she's like, Stevie, were you fucking this bitch, Stevie? Stevie, you fucking this bitch, with her Puerto Rican Jamaican accent, which leads to an explosive confrontation where Scrappy and Stevie J start fighting, and they start getting it in, and they're tussling each other around. They fall into the grass, and they rumbling, and they just all over each other, like they just acting crazy. And Jocelyn jumps in the fight, and Erica jumps in the fight. Next thing you know, they're fighting, and it's just chaos and drama and black people just looking like fools on TV. But we find it so entertaining, and that's why these shows like Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop and The Real Housewives of Atlanta are so highly rated, because people want to see people acting a fool. Black people love to see black people acting a fool, as well as white and Asians and Spanish people, apparently. So, you know, Love and Hip Hop is my guilty pleasure. The Atlanta one is definitely 10 times worse than I love Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop New York with Chrissy and Emily B and Olivia and Samaya Reese and all of those girls. And I really like the show, and it's buffoonery, but it's good buffoonery. So that's basically my little 2 cents for now. I'll probably do another video for y'all next week after the next episode where K. Michelle gets into it with Carly Red. So I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated on the latest celebrity dish. So you can follow me at Mr. Cherrypie on Twitter.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Salim_Vanderpump. I'm sorry for stuttering so much in the videos, guys. I had a long night, so forgive me, and I don't feel like taping it over again. But you'll see more from me and hear more from me, and continue to be blessed. And, you know, go get y'all's, because I'm getting mine. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. It's mine. I spend it. So I'll holler back at y'all.